Welcome to Citizenship Help Guide, your frontline resource for mastering the new 128-question USCIS Civics test. As of October 20th, 2025, a revamped civics exam becomes standard. You'll be asked up to 20 oral questions, drawn from 128 possible topics, and must correctly answer 12 to succeed. This change isn't just cosmetic, it reflects USCIS's renewed focus on rigor, precision, and deeper comprehension of U.S. government, history, and civic values. On this channel, we'll unpack every twist. A question-by-question walkthrough, not just memorization. How to think like a USCIS officer. Common traps, and how to avoid them. Drills, mock interviews, and scoring strategies. If you're preparing to file your N-400 on, or after October 20th, 2025, this is the civics test you'll face. If you file earlier, you'll be under the old 2008 test rules. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's build your confidence, sharpen your answers, and leave no question unanswered. Citizenship Help Guide.
The President of the United States is elected for how many years?
For years.
Who signs bills to become laws?
The President of the United States.
What is the name of the President of the United States now?
Donald Trump.
Who does a member of the House of Representatives represent?
Citizens in their district.
What is one way Americans can serve their country?
Vote.
What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now?
J.D. Vance.
Why is the Electoral College important?
It decides who is elected president.
The Civil War had many important events. Name one.
Battle of Fort Sumter.
How long do Supreme Court justices serve?
Lifetime appointment.
Some states have more representatives than other states. Why?
Because of the state's population.
If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
The Vice President of the United States.
Who appoints federal judges?
the President of the United States.
Who elects U.S. senators?
Citizens from their state.
How many U.S. senators are there?
$100.
Where is the Statue of Liberty?
New York Harbor.
Who does a U.S. senator represent?
Citizens of their state.
What does the President's cabinet do?
Advises the President of the United States.
Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now?
John Roberts.
Name your U.S. representative.
Answers will vary.
How long is a term for a member of the House of Representatives?
Two years.
How many seats are on the Supreme Court?
9.
The President of the United States can serve only 2 terms. Why?
Because of the 22nd Amendment.
Name one reason why the Americans declared independence from Britain.
High taxes.
How many senators does each state have?
2.
What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now?
Mike Johnson.
Why did the United States enter World War I?
Because Germany attacked U.S. civilian ships.
Name one power that is only for the states.
Provide schooling and education.
What are the 2 parts of the U.S. Congress?
Senate and House of Representatives.
What group of people was taken and sold as slaves?
Africans.
Why does the flag have 13 stripes?
Because there were 13 original colonies.
Thomas Jefferson is famous for many things. Name one.
First Secretary of State.
Who elects members of the House of Representatives?
Citizens from their congressional district.
The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers.
James Madison.
There were 13 original states. Name 5.
New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Georgia.
The President of the United States is in charge of which branch of government?
Executive branch.
Benjamin Franklin is famous for many things. Name one.
U.S. diplomat.
Dwight Eisenhower is famous for many things. Name one.
34th President of the United States.
Name one power of the President.
Signs bills into law.
Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s.
Civil War.
What are two examples of civic participation in the United States?
Vote. Join a political party.
Why is it important to pay federal taxes?
Required by law.
The executive branch has many parts. Name one.
President of the United States.
Who vetoes bills?
The President of the United States.
Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now?
Answers will vary.
Name the U.S. war between the North and the South.
The Civil War.
What does the judicial branch do?
Reviews laws.
Abraham Lincoln is famous for many things. Name one.
Freed the slaves, Emancipation Proclamation.
What amendment says, all persons born or naturalized in the United States, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are U.S. citizens?
Fourteenth Amendment.
Name one leader of the women's rights movement in the 1800s.
Susan B. Anthony.
What was the Great Depression?
Longest economic recession in modern history.
The U.S. Constitution starts with the words, "We the people." What does "we the people" mean?
Self-government.
What is the supreme law of the land?
U.S. Constitution.
What is the economic system of the United States?
Free market economy.
The words life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are in what founding document?
Declaration of Independence.
Why is the Declaration of Independence important?
It says, America is free from British control.
What are two cabinet-level positions?
Secretary of Education, Secretary of Energy.
Name two important ideas from the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution.
Liberty. Equality.
What is the capital of the United States?
Washington, D.C.
The colonists came to America for many reasons. Name one.
Freedom.
What does the Bill of Rights protect?
The basic rights of Americans.
Why do U.S. representatives serve shorter terms than U.S. senators?
To more closely follow public opinion.
During the Cold War, what was one main concern of the United States?
Communism.
There are three branches of government. Why?
Checks and balances.
Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II?
Franklin Roosevelt.
Who is Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. military?
The President of the United States.
What major event happened on September 11, 2001, in the United States?
Terrorists attacked the United States.
Martin Luther King Jr. is famous for many things. Name one.
Fought for civil rights.
Why did the United States enter the Vietnam War?
To stop the spread of communism.
Name one power of the U.S. Congress.
Rights laws.
What did the Emancipation Proclamation do?
Freed the slaves.
What is the rule of law?
Everyone must follow the law.
What war did the Americans fight to win independence from Britain?
American Revolution.
What founding document said the American colonies were free from Britain?
Declaration of Independence.
How long is a term for a U.S. Senator?
Six years.
How are changes made to the U.S. Constitution?
Amendments.
How many Supreme Court justices are usually needed to decide a case?
5.
What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
Louisiana Territory.
What is the form of government of the United States?
Republic.
What part of the federal government writes laws?
U.S. Congress.
What is the highest court in the United States?
Supreme Court.
Many documents influenced the U.S. Constitution. Name one.
Declaration of Independence.
Alexander Hamilton is famous for many things. Name one.
First Secretary of the Treasury.
Why does each state have 2 senators?
Equal representation for small states.
Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived?
American Indians.
Name one thing the U.S. Constitution does.
Forms the government.
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
What are 3 rights of everyone living in the United States?
Freedom of expression. Freedom of speech. Freedom of religion.
How many voting members are in the House of Representatives?
$435.
When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
July 4, 1776.
What is the purpose of the 10th Amendment?
It states that the powers not given to the federal government belong to the states or to the people.
Who was the United States' main rival during the Cold War?
Russia.
Name one American Indian tribe in the United States.
Cherokee.
Who can vote in federal elections, run for federal office, and serve on a jury in the United States?
Citizens of the United States.
Name the 3 branches of government.
Legislative, executive, and judicial.
Why did the United States enter the Korean War?
To stop the spread of communism.
It is important for all men, age 18 through 25, to register for the Selective Service. Name one reason why.
Required by law.
Why did the United States enter World War II?
Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor.
Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s.
World War I.
When did all women get the right to vote?
After World War I.
What is the name of the national anthem?
The Star-Spangled Banner.
What founding document was written in 1787?
U.S. Constitution.
What is Memorial Day?
A holiday to honor soldiers who died in military service.
How can people become United States citizens?
Naturalize.
Name one example of an American innovation.
Light bulb.
There are 4 amendments to the U.S. Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them.
Citizens 18 and older can vote.
The American Revolution had many important events. Name one.
Battle of Bunker Hill.
What is the capital of your state?
Answers will vary.
Supreme Court justices serve for life. Why?
To be independent of politics.
Name 2 promises that new citizens make in the oath of allegiance.
Give up loyalty to other countries. Obey the laws of the United States.
Why were the Federalist Papers important?
They supported passing the U.S. Constitution.
What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance?
The United States.
Who is the governor of your state now?
Answers will vary.
What U.S. war ended slavery?
The Civil War.
George Washington is famous for many things. Name one.
Father of our country.
Name one U.S. military conflict after the September 11, 2001 attacks.
War in Afghanistan.
How many amendments does the U.S. Constitution have?
27.
What is one part of the judicial branch?
Supreme Court.
Why does the flag have 50 stars?
Because there are 50 states.
What is Veterans Day?
A holiday to honor people in the U.S. military.
What is Independence Day?
The country's birthday.
What did the Civil Rights Movement do?
Fought to end racial discrimination.
Name one power that is only for the federal government.
Print paper money.
When did the Great Depression start?
The Great Crash, 1929.
James Madison is famous for many things. Name one.
Father of the Constitution.
Name three national U.S. holidays.
New Year's Day. Memorial Day. Veterans Day.
When did all men get the right to vote?
After the Civil War.
Why did the United States enter the Persian Gulf War?
To force the Iraqi military from Kuwait.
The nation's first motto was, E pluribus unum. What does that mean?
We all become one.
What is one way Americans can serve their country?
Vote.
Where is the Statue of Liberty?
New York Harbor.